Hey guys, it's Miss Clark. Right now, I am doing your math lesson for April 28th, 2020. And this one is called Measuring Length to the Nearest Quarter Inch. So, our I can statement is I can determine the length of objects to the nearest quarter inch. Your materials are going to be yellow, blue, and green crayon, as well as a pair of scissors. Also, you need two papers. You need your ruler. It's divided into fourths. It says 12 inches by 1/4 inch. And you need your other page, which says measuring lengths to the nearest quarter inch. The date at the top says 4-23, but we've postponed it until now. Okay, so that's the one you're going to be using. All right, let's get started. Okay. So, application problem. Alan says that the yellow pepper is 5.5 inches long. His brother Matt says that it is 7 whole inches. Who is correct? Is it 4.5, 6.5, 5.5, or 7.5? Okay. Now that you've had time to solve, you can also pause the video if you need to. Let's look at where they started. So they started at 1.5. So we have one, let's count by wholes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole inches, and then we have that little half left over at the end. Okay, so actually the answer is 5.5. So Alan is correct. Okay, all right, let's move on. It says you have a new ruler to cut out. How does this ruler compare to the one from yesterday? And how is this ruler different from yesterday? So how are they the same and how are they different? Okay, now that you've had a chance to think it over, here are what you should have been thinking of. So how is this ruler compared to the one from yesterday? Well, for one thing, they are both 12 inches long. They're both inch rulers, and they're 12 inches long. They have all the numbers, they have all the large numbers. Now, how is it different? It has 1, 2, 3 tick marks in between each number. Also, this one has half markings, just like the one from yesterday. Okay, so pay attention to that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mark what we know with our crayons. So our yellow crayon is going to be whole inches, and then our blue crayon is going to be half inches. Okay, so it says be careful marking your whole inches. You have more tick marks today. So let me start. Again, I don't have a blue and yellow crayon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday. And I'm going to underline all the inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I underlined them. Okay, now we're looking our half inch. Okay, so I'm going to make them a little longer. So the ones in the middle of the two, see, one on either side, that one's going to be the half inch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so your ruler should kind of look like this. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. All right, now let's look at the next step. So it says we have tick marks left over. Use your green crayon to mark them. What is their value? Okay, so use what you know about fractions on the number line to help you. we will discuss as a whole group in a minute. Well, we won't in a minute, but we can talk about it together. So, you are going to be using your green crayon to mark your leftover tick marks. What I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to leave them, maybe label a couple of them. So I kind of already spoiled it earlier because it says 1/4 inch. So you're going to have 1/4 inches. It's divided into 4 parts, like in the number line. So I'll put 1/4 under a couple of them, like that. Okay. See how I put the 1/4? I always put it at the first tick mark because that's 1/4 of that line. Okay, so 1/4 here, 1/4 here, 1/4 here. Okay. All right, I put all the 1/4s in there because I don't have a green crayon, so I thought it'd be cool to label them. Okay. All right, now it says let's label our ruler from 0 holes to 2 holes. Label our ruler. Watch me first and then you will finish the ruler. Interesting. See what this slide says. On your own, take a few minutes to finish labeling your ruler. If you get stuck, use what you know about fractions on a number line to help you. We'll measure objects when we are ready. Okay, so what it's asking, what happened to my webcam? I was going to show you. That's weird. Where is the webcam? Did I get rid of it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so sorry, accidentally got rid of the webcam. All right, so what you're going to do now is it says let's label our ruler from 0 holes to 2 holes. We already have those. You're not changing anything. Okay, so watch this. Make the camera bigger. Okay, so you're gonna start kind of like what I did. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then 1 hole. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 2 holes. You're gonna fill in the missing fourths like this: 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 1 hole. Okay, so I only did that for the first 2. You are going to do the rest of the ruler. Okay, so you remember you can pause this video at any time, and I want you to go ahead and start labeling. right, here we go. Now that you've had time to fill in the rest of your ruler, this is how it should look. Okay, so 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then next whole number. All right, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. So now we're going to measure a dry erase eraser. So a whiteboard eraser like this. Okay, so I'm going to measure this with my ruler. Remember, where do we always start? 0. Okay, so you're going to start at 0 and you're going to stop. I'm going to say this one. Okay, so let's look. That one is lined up next to the 5 2/4. Okay, so that one, the eraser, is going to be 5 2/4 inches. Now, do we usually see stuff in 2/4 inches? What's another way to write 2/4? 1/2. So you're going to actually write 5 1/2 inches. Okay, so that's how long my dry erase whiteboard is. Okay, so your turn. So in your baggie, let's see, or in your home, get out the pencil top eraser. Place it at the 0 holes. What would be the best measurement? Or you can use a pink eraser, that's fine too. Okay, so I would generally say that either a cap eraser would probably be about 3/4 of an inch or an inch, or that a pink eraser would probably be about 2.5 inches long. I'd say around those two. Okay, so now on your own, let's see, get a sticky note from your bag and measure it to the nearest 1/4 inch. Write it down on your whiteboard. I don't have a sticky note, but what we can do is I can use a flashcard. Okay, so you don't really have a whiteboard right now, but that's okay. We can get some more practice. So I'm going to show you my flashcard. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to measure it. So remember, I always start at the 0 and measure to the nearest 1/4 inch. So whichever one is closest. So I would probably say that it's about 6.5 inches long. Okay, I'll show you. See how close it is to the 2/4? You know what? You could round it down to 1/4. But I think judging by the corner of it, if I turned it around the other direction and still started at 0, yeah, definitely 6 2/4 or 6 1/2. So that one would also, so flashcard, 6 1/2 inches. Notice how I'm writing the measurements. So I have the big number is the whole, and then I have the fraction right next to it. So when you're writing your measurements, make sure that you have the halves. Okay, so we could have decided that it was only 6 1/4 inches. So if we did that, we'd still do it the same way. Have the fraction next to it, smaller. Okay, because if you write it like this, it's going to look a little weird. Besides, it's not showing that it's a fraction. It's kind of like a, I don't know, It's just not the correct way to write it. You write it with the fraction smaller because it's the smaller part of the whole, right? That's what a fraction is. So now it says let's discuss. We kind of talked about it. All right, now for your packet work, the practice sheet for today looks like this. I'm going to zoom in a little. Okay, so this is what the practice sheet looks like. It says use an inch ruler to measure the following lines. You're going to use the ruler you just made to help you. Okay, then it says use an inch ruler to draw lines with the following lengths. So you're going to line up your ruler and you're going to draw a line that's 5 1/4 inches long, another line that's 1/2 inches long, and then another line that's 5 inches. Okay, you're going to write your measurements right here on the side. It even has a little reminder about how your ruler should look. Okay, and we'll go over that in our Google Meet. All right, so now here is an exit ticket that I also wanted to go over. So it says, be ready to choose the answer that matches your choice. This shows a pencil and a ruler. Okay, so what is the length of the ruler? A, 5 1/2 inches, B, 6 inches, C, 6 1/4 inches, or D, 6 1/2 inches. Which one is the pencil closest to? Okay, we're also going to discuss this at our Google meeting. So make sure that you've answered both these questions. You can answer this question on your paper. You can write it down at the bottom or on the back. Okay? So we'll discuss both of those at our Google Meet today at 2 o'clock. All right, guys? Remember, you can pause or rewind this video at any opportunity. Okay? So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you